here real quick because I'm sitting here editing the live from earlier, right? And multiple people have been sending me emails and DMs as of late. And I just now had a chance to finally actually look at my Instagram messages. Shout out to Riri, by the way. Thank you, my love, for sending me the information that you sent. Now, this will not be a long live because I am still editing, like I said, the live from earlier. Pretty much just editing out the Mr. and Miss Robertson bullshit, where they were speaking and their alleged copyright music. That non-motherfucking factor won't receive any more energy. Because again, I'm not going to do what you and Jaguar do. But Jaguar, right, your delusions of grandeur, ma'am, yeah, we going to have to speak on this. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow night. Because I'm just now reviewing the live from the day after you did the fuck shit with Grace. So all of y'all that participated in the gang stalking cyberbullying event that took place on February 9th. This video, as a matter of fact, let me refresh so I can get the date. Because I stopped watching your channel after February 9th. It was a wrap for me concerning you. And I'm just now listening to this and I'm like, is she fucking serious, bro? Yeah, this was the day after. So here's the thing. This narrative, this lie that you've continued to spread, that I was some sort of troll that got caught, let's remind you, because I think your psychosis has kicked in. Ma'am, you literally cyberbullied me for falling asleep. You set me up for an ambush on your channel on February 9th. You lied to me, claiming that you wanted me and Grace to help you interpret a dream about Giovanni that never got discussed. Even when I woke back up, that never got discussed. I'm trying to figure out how, in your delusional mind, you can fabricate whole alternate realities unless you really are living in other dimensions. And that's what I'm starting to wonder. Because the things that you're saying did not happen. Like, I'm listening to you fabricate a whole different situation than what actually occurred. It's almost laughable because it's like, is she nuts? Yeah, you act like you got some unresolved mental health issues. You can't be mad at people for, observing your behavior. And this whole narrative about trolls, I'm going to be honest with you, Jaguar, you're the first person to ever bring up that terminology to me since I've been on YouTube. And your constant paranoid delusions, which again, those are symptoms of psychosis. You can look it up online. You can look it up on betterhelp.com. You definitely need to hit that link. For you to continue to create a false reality is so that you don't have to take accountability that you're fucked up. You abuse the very first guest on the Jaguar Wright show. By the way, no one's going to support that show anymore, nor your cruelty-free LLC. But I'm listening to you lie repeatedly. You lied about Cody. I didn't even know Cody when he purchased that sweatshirt to support you. And Cody found you on Real Life Street Stars. Cody did not find my channel until after I posted the AI video of Storm Monroe. That was in December. Like, because I messaged him too and I said, bro, she's lying on you too. So yeah, we're going to do a joint panel where we're going to give our reaction to the ambush cyberbullying event that you started. See, this whole you trying to spin a narrative that I'm some fucking troll, bitch, you literally started this entire situation. Because in your psychotic mind, you feel like everyone's out to get you. And it makes it even worse, the fact that I have still prayed for your ass since February 9th. I won't anymore. You need to pray for yourself. You need to figure out why you're so fucked up. You need to really get with a therapist and review your childhood trauma, because that's where all this shit's stemming from. The fact that you can create and really believe the shit you're saying, signs of delusions, paranoid delusions, psychosis. And then to say, and you're allowing people in your chat to say I have multiple personality disorder. Well, I mean, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, if you project behavior that's indicative of abnormal behavior, it's not defamation. See, a lot of y'all keep using that term. I don't even think you as intelligent as you pretend to be. Clearly, you don't know what defamation means. The term defamation means when you are intentionally saying things that you know are false with the sole purpose to ruin one's reputation, which is exactly what you did to me all day on February 9th. See how that works? You made knowingly false statements about me on your channel, on Odell's channel, and Maggie's. And you have the audacity to play victim? Hell, fuck nah. I'm about to expose the fuck out of your ass. I don't give a damn if you are mentally ill. I don't. Because as an adult, you're responsible for the way you react and respond in life. And again, it's insane because I'm a legit all or nothing Scorpio. When I told you I was done with your ass and I walked off that panel, I meant it. You hollered, you screamed, you yelled, you cursed, you berated. I went and looked at the comments under that February 9th live. They was going in on your ass. A lot of people went in on you. See, your channel now is trash. You're just as much trash as Danny is. Y'all are both exactly the same level of trash. So trash, platforms I don't watch. But I keep being sent this information, not just by Riri, multiple subscribers telling me, D, Jaguar's making up lies about you. And apparently, I guess you mentioned, which I haven't even gotten to that part of your live yet, but apparently you mentioned I was jealous of Maggie. That shit made me literally laugh out loud. Why would I be jealous of an ugly fat ass bitch that does nothing more but sit on fucking line, eating her life away in a filthy ass house? Who has no talent. She can't sing, she can't cook, she can't even keep up with that ugly ass Timu ass wig. I look better than her, I am better than her. I'm smarter than her, and I'm more high vibrational than her. It's also amazing for you to say that. Again, all the people you came together with to come against me, y'all all turned on each other. Y'all not even connected no more. See how karma works? See how my ancestors work? See how I didn't have to have nothing to do with that? All I had to do was walk away from your ass and choose me. And I have felt sorry for you at times when I see you flipping out and you really don't see yourself, Jaguar. You really don't. Like, at first I thought maybe you were acting and you were just doing this for clicks and views, but I think you truly believe your own psychosis to be real. And that's what's even more scary, is that the way that you continue to spread your psychotic behavior online, the way you continue to spread this, paranoid delusions that everyone's out to get you and everyone's in trouble. I mean, I'm just listening to you mentally condition and MK Ultra your platform. And the audacity for you to call my platform a coven, ma'am, did you or did you not admit on Too Strong's channel that you're a dark witch? I literally just displayed you being possessed by demons on my live. And I'm going to post that video on my channel too. separately. The full screen recording, unedited. If anyone is a part of a coven, it's you, coven leader. Masterful witch from the Illuminati pyramid, trying to work her way up to Sisters of Light and Mother of Darkness. Yeah. You with your dark witch apprentice Grays. You know, this whole y'all tried to warn me. No, you guys tried to wish death on me. And both of your vibrations are low as fuck. That's why you both keep going through chaos. That's why Grace ass kept getting locked up. And from what King World said about her on Stone's panel, she was locked up for allegedly taking an axe to her ex-husband. But that's who you're training to be a witch. But you have the audacity to call my platform a coven. My platform is the platform where you once came to receive healing all the time. See, that's how I know you're still under demonic possession. Anyone who's been following my platform since last year recalls the amount of times you came to my platform for prayer. They saw all the times I prayed for your healing. I went into spiritual warfare so that those demons that were attacking you in the middle of the night would not continue to attack you. So I don't know too many covens that pray for demons, to come off of people. But people who are a part of coven leadership, such as yourself, they conjure up demons. They invoke demons like we all witnessed you do when you threw Giovanni's ashes on those men at the barbershop and you became 1000% possessed by those demons and said that they were all dead and how you were going to go shoot up the barbershop and you were going to murder them. You admitted that on live. So how does someone who admits to wanting to commit murder while performing a dark satanic ritual, a death ritual, have the audacity to say my platform's a coven? Ma'am, you're further gone than I thought you were. And this is from fucking February. So this is February, March to April to May. This is 3 months ago. I'm just now seeing this shit. Like, was she serious? Yeah, you were dead ass serious. And then for old Musty to have the audacity to reach out to me more than once, trying to reconnect me with you, never again in life. This is where I completely disconnect from you. You're toxic. And you're going to remain toxic until you decide to heal. There will be no more prayers for you. There's no more empathy for you. You got to pay for the things you did. And until you choose healing, there's no point in praying for you. But you calling my platform a coven is laughable. You playing victim when you literally bullied the dog shit out of me for falling asleep. Then you accuse me. I don't even think you were really asleep. Again, why would I make that up? I was tired as fuck and you knew it. I told you. But you wanted to force your way like a typical hard-headed, stubborn ass Taurus that's controlling as fuck. The fact that you're so toxic that you've pushed away everyone who actually cared about you, this is all on you, Jaguar. You can play victim all you want. The reality is the Most High God knows the truth. You create enemies, you sabotage relationships because deep down inside you don't feel you're worthy. That's really where that comes from. It's a deep-seated lack of self-worth. Deep down inside, you don't feel you're worthy of people that are going to be loyal to you. So when people actually become loyal to you and try to support you, you push them away. The fact that you did a whole 12-hour live trashing the nigga that you claim to be a fiance who ain't never claimed you back, by the way, and to this day still ain't claimed your ass back. The fact that you did a whole 12-hour live dragging Odell for filth, talking about his mom, talking about his kids and nieces and nephews, the same shit you did to Goomba. And then you took it down and made it private. Then you continued to drag him. He was on his channel. Y'all were acting like a bunch of teenagers in their feelings. Then you pop up and act like everything's, okay. The same way with you and Goomba. Goomba hauled off and struck you while you were on live, you did a whole satanic witch death ritual. And then 2 weeks later, y'all was on the blue couch acting like everything was normal. You are toxic, and chaos and confusion is going to follow you all the days of your life until you actually repent. But lying about how Cody came, again, Cody found me through you. It's like you really forgot, because he was like, bro, are you serious? I said, oh yeah. You literally said on that live that I convinced Cody to purchase the t-shirt to prove his loyalty to you so that I could say that a lot of my subscribers came to support you when I didn't even know him then. Like literally. Didn't even know him then. So I think the real reality is, Jaguar, you didn't get the reaction you were expecting after the events that took place on February 9th. A lot of people called you out on your own platform. I'm seeing the comments and the chat. Why are you bullying D? What about the kids? Where are the survivors of sexual abuse? Again, you have yet to answer. Where the fuck are your survivors that you claim you had, that you said were ready to testify against Jay-Z and Beyonce? You haven't produced nan survivor. But the first survivor on your channel publicly blasted you on Stone Paxton's channel for abusing her. But you have a cruelty-free artistry LLC. That bullshit's getting shut down just like your channel is. And I can't wait for the day. You need to be held accountable. Your delusions of grandeur are not great. They are gigantic, and you genuinely believe the bullshit that comes out of your mouth. That's what's even more scary, is that you believe your psychosis. You don't even see that you are behaving psychotically. And then to say people really think that they're not being watched and monitored. Are you an agent for the government? Are you a part of the CIA? Because if you're not, who gives a shit who you're monitoring? It just makes you look psychotic. So you can't get mad at people for saying that you're acting crazy when you are indeed acting crazy. You're acting like a normal human being that's sane. You're not acting like a normal human being that's grounded and centered. You're acting like someone who's possessed by demons. You're also acting like someone who was either under the influence of some sort of substance or very mentally ill that refuses to go get help. See, I recognize the symptoms of bipolar schizophrenia because, again, I have a sister who I watch go through that shit. No one's defaming you for calling you out for you acting crazy. A fuck ton of people have called you crazy. Who was the person that was always defending you? JustDee. So it amazes me how you are all of a sudden playing victim the very next day after you led a whole gang cyberbullying ambush on me when you invited me to your platform to talk about Giovanni, which we never even did. By the time I woke up, you're hollering and screaming and going off about me checking Murph, which again, on my platform, I can check whoever the fuck I want to because it's my damn platform. I've never come to your platform and told you how to handle your subs. I don't know what the fuck made you think you could talk to me that way. So you fucked around and found out on February 9th that I wasn't weak and that I wasn't clout chasing and that I didn't fucking need you. In fact, you've always needed me. I made you likable. I prayed for you. I helped aid in your healing because I believed in you. All of us believed in you. You let all of us down. You let your own subscribers down. You let down every survivor of sexual abuse. You don't give a fuck about kids that are being trafficked. You sat up and said you monitor the dark web and you see who's being traded and sold allegedly on the dark web. And you've done nothing to help rescue any of those survivors. You actually assist in the continuity of making them relive their trauma by continuing to be mentally, emotionally, and verbally abusive. And if you were in person, you'd probably be physically abusive. So how the fuck are you going to try to help people heal and be a minister when you're not healed? It don't work like that. The only thing you can do is continue to spread unhealed energy and bewitch people. So you saying that my platform is actually defamatory because you know that's not true. That's why I haven't taken down any of my lives that have you in it. I want the world to see how much I supported you and prayed for you and went into spiritual warfare for you. And I didn't have to do that, Jaguar. I didn't even have to give you that type of loyalty and love and, honor and prayers. I could have gave that to other people who would have valued it. But it's the audacity for me, for you to lead a whole gang cyberbully attack ambush on me, knowing what my health is. At least Odell had some sort of decency on his platform to say, well, no, Jaguar, you're not going to say mean things to Dee because we're not trying to add to her physical or emotional stress. You gave zero fucks about that because you're possessed by demons and my light irritated your demons. Well, guess what, my love? Your demons are going to continue to be irritated because I will never lower my frequency to you, but I am going to expose you for sure. So whether it's tonight or tomorrow, we're going to be reviewing both of those lives and we're going to be calling bullshit on you. You are the biggest troll on YouTube who calls everybody else trolls because they don't want to tolerate you being abusive and being a bully. So when people don't allow you to bully them, they're trolls. But when people like Ayasha, Grace, and Jay Mizek put up with your abuse, they're supporters. You should not be abusive to anyone, especially those who have supported you. See, I was new to your world. Ayasha says she's been dealing with you about a little over 2 years, and there's a whole rumor going around YouTube that y'all are allegedly lesbian lovers. I don't know if that shit is true. That's just what the YouTube streets is saying. Same thing about you and Grace. But I think it's weird that grown-ass adults allow you to speak to them like they ain't shit and still support you. That if that's not brainwashed, I don't know what the fuck else is. Because when I address people for being fake, I fully expect to no longer be in communication with them. And their access to me gets immediately denied. But you lied on Cody. You lied on me repeatedly. And then played victim and had the audacity to talk about, isn't her behavior just like other trolls? What trolls? You create enemies everywhere you go. Sean Atwood don't fuck with you. Ronnie Bo don't fuck with you. Natanya Ruba don't fuck with you. Maggie don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. Odeezy really don't fuck with you. He's only hanging in there because of y'all bullshit ass LLC. No one fucks with you but them crazy ass subscribers that are brainwashed by you. And a lot of them ain't fucking with you. A lot of them is leaving your platform because there's no healing there. It's just them listening to all your demons being bewitched and listening to all your unhealed energy. Divine, thank you for tuning in. So I just, I'm not even mad. I'm just more disappointed and disturbed because I'm like, she really believes the shit coming out of her mouth. She does not see anything wrong with her behavior. Everyone is after her and she's a victim, even when she's the biggest bully on YouTube. So I'm grateful to see this. There's similar behavior between you and Claudia. Claudia does the same thing. She plays a mean girl. She says and does a lot of slick shit. And then when people call her on her shit, she plays victim every time. Y'all act just alike. You might as well go ahead and be friends with that bitch because y'all act just alike. Like, for real. Both of y'all delusions of grandeur are great. Claudia is, half Italian, half black, and act like she better than black people. She coons for white folks just like you do. And it's just real weird that the things that you were saying back in February, I'm just now hearing some 3 months later. And I'm like, wow. And how the tables have turned. I called it on my platform. I said, mark my words, everybody that she came together to go against me with, they're all going to turn on her. The last thing you're going to find out is about Maggie and Odell. I'm going to say allegedly for the sake of YouTube, but I saw in the 5D, that is what's going to devastate you, is when you're shown those receipts. And it doesn't even matter if that man goes as far as marrying you or pretending that he's going to. Those receipts are going to be irrefutable, and they're going to be presented to you, and it's going to devastate you. And may God have mercy on your soul. Seriously. Because your end is not going to be well at all. It's like, you can't really make sense of crazy behavior when a person is clearly not well. So I'm not even going to waste my time trying to make sense of your very paranoid, delusional, psychotic, psychosis behavior. But when you mention the term defamation, I'm going to need you to remember all the defamatory things you said about me from February 9th through February 19th. That I have evidence of. So you talk about monitoring and recording people, and I've already publicly displayed how recording conversations in any state, including California, Texas, and Las Vegas, is illegal. You are legally required to disclose to people that you're recording them. And you're also legally required to ask their permission to post private call recordings. And of course, I had an idea that you would be recording our phone calls, seeing as how you recorded everyone else's, but I never gave you permission to do so. So try it if you want. With the whole defamation, you're going to lose. I'm going to countersue and win. And you're going to have to find the money to pay. Provided that you're not already locked up in jail. Because I saw that too. And honestly, you're better off in jail. You're better off the streets. And I hope they deny your access to the internet. Because, you'll be in jail still spewing a bunch of bullshit. Like you already said to Dr. Mika McGlover, well, Suge Knight has a whole podcast from prison. Yeah, prison. Because he ain't getting out. It's just weird. The similarities between you, Danny Robertson, and Cloudy Claudia. All three of you are very delusional. All three of you feel like you're not, you're above the law, like you don't have to be held accountable to the laws. Well, you do. But again, last time I checked, covens don't pray in the name of Yeshua for demons to come off of people who are being demonically possessed. So I think you should stop projecting and just go ahead and name your channel the Jaguar Wright Coven Show. I think that suits you better than the Jaguar Wright Effect. Because the only effect you have on people is abusive energy. You have no positive effect on people outside of the people that you bewitch and deceive. And while I understand that hurt people, it's still not an excuse. You're supposed to heal those hurt parts of you, not keep lashing out at people, especially and specifically survivors of sexual abuse. I feel bad for Tammy Wallace. It's very unfortunate the way you treated the very first guest on your show. All because Odell left you for 30 hours, according to what you said, to go help her. And you lost your fucking mind. As a matter of fact, when we do the review, I'm going to play the Jay Curry video where he screen recorded about 30 minutes of that live that you took down. If y'all thought what we heard today was bad, wait till you hear that shit. And all them damn demons coming out of her, hollering, screaming, and acting a goddamn fool. Talking about you fail and shit, insinuating that you're fucking pregnant. Clearly a pattern you have with men when they decide to leave you. And then the toxic relationships, like you can't advise anyone of anything. When me said you was trying to give him relationship advice, that shit had me dying. How does a woman who with 2 divorces and soon to be 3 divorces, if you do marry old musty, how are you giving anybody relationship advice when you haven't even taken time to heal yourself in between relationships? You jump from person to person, looking for that external person to fill a void of lack of self-worth and self-love that you sang about. Remember your song, Self-Love? That was actually one of my favorite songs by you until I figured out you were a fraud and that you didn't actually believe that shit. Because a woman who has self-love is not tolerating a man who she's calling a womanizer. A woman with self-love is not begging a man who you said left you for 30 hours and did not respond and was with that woman that was on your show. Because she loves herself enough to walk away from that type of behavior. And at damn near 50, it's sad that you still haven't learned self-worth. Thank God I have. Thank God I had the strength to pull myself up out of that depressive state that your behavior put me in, making me feel like I didn't want to live. Thank God I had the strength to pull myself up out of that. You, on the other hand, them demons got you. And as long as you're comfortable there, conjuring them, communicating with them, doing spell work with them, remember, you made a blood oath to Baphomet. I didn't. And that deity's going to come and collect your soul in the worst way. Why would you tell Meech and them that if you're going to die, you'd rather go out like Queen Latifah off of Set It Off? That's real weird to speak your death like that. Now, quite honestly, what I saw was you being presented with evidence of Odell's indiscretion involving Maggie. Again, allegedly, this is a spiritual vision I had. And when you were presented with those receipts, those demons took complete control of you and convinced you to take yourself out. That's the worst way to die, because you don't ascend when you do that. So I think instead of you making a bunch of false accusations about me, you'd be better off really getting help. And you're beyond betterhelp.com. You need an actual psychotherapist. You need someone who can put a mirror up to you and show you yourself. And for a minute, it seemed like the only 2 people that could do that was Stone and Meech, because they've known you the longest. They've known you longer than Old Musty. And all Old Musty is doing is clout chasing off of you. The fact that that man has never publicly said, I love you back. He's never claimed you as a girlfriend, let alone a fiance. You said that shit. All that nigga would do is stand there and smile. That should tell you something, Jaguar. Also, the fact that he spent so much time focusing on Maggie, that should tell you something else. Because you know what? A fat bitch will fuck anything and a nigga will fuck anything that's easy to fuck. And most fat girls are easy to fuck. That's why they always end up being side chicks. So saying that I would ever be jealous of Maggie, on what planet, ma'am? Maggie can't compete where she don't compare, and that motherfucker damn sure don't compare to me. That's why I just did that live last night stunting on y'all hoes, because all of y'all are overweight. You look like you were good 4 or 5 months pregnant, and I don't even know if you really are. I've seen you got about 3 different chins now. Maggie's always had multiple chins that hang. At least if you thick and you curvy, that's one thing. She's just wide. Gut and all. Dirty kitchen and all. Ratty Timu ass wig and all. There was never a time when I was jealous of her, but there was definitely a time both you fat ass bitches was jealous of me, and you still are. Because you will never compare to me, ever. Not spiritually, not mentally, not emotionally, and for damn sure not physically. And you continuing to drag Cody, who's a protected veteran, speaks volumes. Because at least Cody fought for the country. All you've done is honestly aided in destroying it by intentionally deceiving people. And you are the one that's been accused of being a part of a lot of scams. Even before I met you, even before you ever came into my chat, that shit with Linguini Gold. That happened way before you ever popped down in my chat on October 24th, man. The same thing on the live you were on when you got arrested at that pool. You were telling people that you weren't going to answer questions about Lauryn Hill unless they paid you $10 per question. Now, I've never done that. I did offer spiritual psychic readings. And when too many people were supporting my psychic readings, you did everything you could to sabotage that. And then after February 9th, again, where you started this shit, then you sent your bullshit subscribers to lie and report my PayPal and report my Cash App as a scam. Sheer jealousy, because you can never be me. And apparently, according to what not only Maggie, but my own subscribers told me, Odeezy was on Maggie's channel even talking about my titties. I mean, he talked about Trashy K and Cum Jones's titties on my panel, on my channel. So that nigga don't respect you. And I get that, you know, he's trying to get in good with Stone and Meech. Stone and Meech don't know, oh, Musty. Talking about he's a good man. No, he's just as much trash as you are. You guys are a perfectly toxic couple, and it's going to end toxic. And he is going to leave you after he's gained all of your royalties and all your money and possession over all of your music rights. You thought it was bad that he left you with a debit card that was not activated. He's going to leave your ass with nothing when he's done with you. And that's going to be your karma. And that's not me wishing it on you. I'm telling you what I've seen in the 5D. You know, you and Grace act like y'all are some seers. You guys are both dark witches. You've admitted it. Publicly, not defamation. Too strong. You admitted to being a dark witch. You've admitted to conjuring demons. And we all watched you do it on that Instagram live that I screen recorded, that after I get done editing the rest of my live from this morning and schedule it, I'm going to edit. And really all I'm going to do is just add my intro and outro to the screen recording. You threatened to have Goomba's girlfriend and her kids raped and killed. You admitted that you were involved in assassinations by saying on the recording, they're not going to need me for this one. I'm going to tell you exactly how they're going to set you up. Cruelty-free artistry, threatening for women and children to be raped and killed doesn't sound like cruelty-free artistry. Threatening your ex, who's a veteran, that they're going to stage his death. I mean, did those calls take place? I'm wondering, did those calls take place before or after the barbershop incident? Because that would be multiple times you've threatened this man's life. Now, he has no right putting his hands on you either. And the fact that y'all went to the Blue Couch just a couple of weeks after the barbershop event and sat on there and tried to pretend like everything was okay, the same way you're doing with old Musty, it's just, you know, it's very telling. I think it would behoove you, Jaguar, to be single for a while and really work on your healing. Because all you're going to continue to do is damage people. No matter how loving and nice they are. I mean, I watched Solar try to bring you out of that demonic possession's mental state. I watch him pour love into you, and you just, again, you're so comfortable letting those demons take control over you because it makes you feel empowered in the darker realm. Same when I try to help raise your vibration and pray for you. Same when ODZ. I mean, we would both sit there on the panel and try to raise your vibration, and you just, all you want to do is talk shit about content creators and obsess about Danny Robertson and Donut and AT2, all people that don't like you. You're sitting here adding to your own misery by watching people that don't like you and then getting mad. That's why I don't watch those platforms, because I don't give a fuck what they think. I only care when people say defamatory, slanderous things about my health. Then I do care. And I'm coming to get the screen recording for evidence. But I'm not going to go obsessively watch their content knowing that I don't fuck with them and they don't like me. That's real weird that you've made a career of that on YouTube. So we're going to review those lives. That will actually, it'll add to the review I already started from February 9th. And I already, exposed you for lying off the rip when you said that when you and Grace came across my channel, I was talking about Giovanni, when indeed, when you dropped in my chat, I had just got done exposing Jay-Z's Do As Thou Wilt, Aleister Crowley clothing line, and then went straight into talking about Yeshua, the true Christ. I was not talking about you because you were not my focus. The first part of that live, you and Orlando were my focus when I was reviewing y'all's interview on the Blue Couch. See, out the gate, I've supported you since 2018. So this troll shit is stupid, especially seeing as how I've never even heard the terminology troll again until I had to ask you and Ayasha what the fuck a troll was. My channel's not about that. So you trying to compare me to your other mods who their channels were about them being messy. Again, that's your paranoid delusions of grandeur. I've shared screen on my channel plenty of times. My channel's about healing, uplifting Black people, music, cooking, inspiring people, exposing the truth. It's never been about going back and forth with content creators. Anybody got time for that shit but losers and people who are miserable and have no life. So be prepared for that review. Like I said, it'll either start later tonight or tomorrow. Because Cody's like, yeah, we need to publicly put her on blast because she keeps lying on both of us. But for damn sure, no, I never convinced Cody to purchase that sweatshirt, seeing as how I didn't even know Cody existed at the time he purchased the sweatshirt from Real Life Street Stars. He was a Jackinator like a lot of the ones. And then you continuing to lie about the Bliss Forever situation, again, with no evidence, when I actually do have evidence and sent it to you. I sent you the screenshots of our email conversation. You saw it. And while you keep trying to lie and say, well, it was after people from Dee's channel donated to Bliss Forever that people's accounts got hacked, did you forget that on your live, there were women that were going off on you, me and the other mods, for promoting Bliss Forever's Cash App in your live to help her get donations because we all believed her bullshit story that she had been affected by the fires? Do you remember how women on your platform were calling you a scammer? And then they immediately reported Bliss Forever's Cash App as fraud? Do you remember, Jaguar, how you and ODZ also promoted Bliss Forever to get donations on your platform before I ever promoted it on mine? Did you forget I was a moderator for your channel at the time? I took screenshots of the bitch that was talking shit. So let me remind you, Miss Psychotic, Miss Psychosis. The issue that you're trying to blame on me, Bliss Forever is a Jaginator. She came from your channel. The very first time she received donations was on the Jaguar Wright effect. Then I promoted her to get donations on my channel because she subscribed to my channel from yours. That's why she was a Jagadees. Then I found out she went to Natanya Rubin's channel and did the same shit. And no one told me, including you, that she had visited Natanya Rubin's channel and collected donations over there. Not only that, Jaguar, you conveniently left out that you and Natanya did a whole fundraiser for Bliss Forever. So who's the scammer here, ma'am? Because y'all intentionally left me out of the loop on that one. Because it was the same time that you, Natanya, and Natanya's mods and the family were like, oh, the three of y'all should do a concert since all three of y'all sing. And you even said on panel you were down with it. So miss me with the bullshit. One thing about me as a Scorpio, I don't forget shit. Your channel was the first channel that Bliss Forever received donations on. Your Jaganators, Debbie Donaldson and Nick Mountain Goat Productions, are the two people that helped Bliss Forever create the PayPal account for her to receive donations through PayPal. Both from your channel. Who came to mind eventually and became Jagadees. So yeah, it's time that we collectively remind you of reality and not your psychosis, okay? And since I know you obsessively watch my channel, you'll be tuning in when you do the live. So I gotta go. I gotta finish editing. I haven't even been to sleep yet because I wanted to get this editing done, and then I'm gonna lay down and take a nap. I'm gonna save both of your bullshit lives for the review. Now, I am gonna screen record the live from February 10th so I can use it as evidence. That way, if you decide to take it down, I have the evidence. But ain't no way I'm about to let you keep lying on my ass. When a lot of these people you keep lying to were not present on February 9th to witness what you did, including people from my platform, which is why I'm reviewing this. After this, Jaguar, I'm going to be honest, you're not finna get no more energy from me. And I'm done praying for you. Until you repent before God, it's wasted prayers. It is. It's wasted energy. I'd rather, pray for the people that actually care. I'd rather pray for people who actually are seeking healing. Not people who are, manipulative and trying to convince people that they're godly when you know damn well you're not. So I do hope you choose healing, but you ain't gonna get no more energy from me, no more empathy. Because it's like the more I'm seeing this old shit from the time period where I'm so grateful I did not watch this shit back then, because I was on the brink of wanting to no longer live. And this shit would have definitely pushed me over the edge. That's how my ancestors set me up to protect me. They wouldn't even allow me to watch your content because I was just done with your ass. Like, man, fuck that bitch. I'm not watching shit on her channel. And quite honestly, if people had not reached out to me to tell me the bullshit you were saying during this live, I wouldn't be watching this either. But I'm like, I'm not even 6 minutes in. She done told at least a dozen lies. But what else can you expect from someone who's clearly possessed by demons? So it's time to expose you for who you are. We're going to do just that. Family, y'all stay tuned. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be tonight, because I know once I lay down, I'm going to be out of there for a minute. But if so, then it's definitely going to be me and Cody. It's either going to be tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, we about to collectively expose your ass, because motherfuckers is tired of the bullshit. And mostly we're tired of you and Danny Robertson using YouTube to create so many distractions. Today is a Diddy case. Both of y'all went above and beyond to create distractions today. Says a lot about you. And Jaguar, if you're so innocent, why did you have to go to the hospital? Because according to Odell, the situation with the Diddy case was causing you so much stress. If you're innocent, there's nothing to stress about. You go in, you prove your innocence, you leave. So that's very telling in and of itself. Family, y'all come back later. Love y'all, the real supporters. Fuck all the bullshit, bro.